Could this anime be the best anime that I have seen all year round? Could this anime also be my favourite new romance anime that I have seen all year? All those questions and more are going to be answered today in this one. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Zone. I'm here today to review the anime Makaine To Many Losing Heroines, one of the most highly anticipated animes of 2024. Now it starts off where we're hearing this narration by a character and he's going into details on how 7 out of 10 high school relationships end after a few months. And at the start of the anime we see the character sitting down at the table and he's reading a book, and all of a sudden he starts sniffing the book, and I was like, come on, what are you doing, man? It's a little bit weird. And then he goes to go get himself a drink from the vending machine, and as he's walking back from the vending machine he's hearing the couple having a conversation, and at first he thinks that they are a couple breaking up, but he doesn't want anything to do with it, and he decides to just ignore it and go away completely from the situation completely. And then all of a sudden he looks over at the girl who was having the conversation with the fella, and he sees the girl putting a cup in her mouth that the guy was drinking from, and she starts drinking the contents from it. It's like, what are you doing? That is an indirect kiss. Do not put the straw in your mouth. But she does it anyway. She hears him looking, and all of a sudden she spits the contents right back out of her mouth. It was absolutely such a hilarious scene, and I found myself laughing hysterically just at that moment. It was so funny. Once his situation calms down, Nukamitsu eventually goes back to his own table, and all of a sudden out of nowhere a bag comes flying across onto the opposite chair which is facing Nukamitsu, and the girl takes a seat next to him. We find out who the character is. She's by the name of Anna. It turns out that her and this guy weren't actually a couple. She was actually telling the guy to go after the girl that he really likes, because she knows that the girl likes him as well. It's quite a hilarious scene to see, but it's quite heartwarming at the same time, and we are kind of witnessing the same as Nukamitsu. We don't know what's going on. We're in the same situation as him. And then about a few moments after, we see a plate of fries coming towards the table, and Anna starts eating the fries because it turns out that Nukamitsu has gone and ordered her a drink to calm her down and to try and cheer her up, but he didn't realise that she was ordering the fries and she's pigging out on them. It's quite hilarious, and it's like, did you order the fries as well? It's really funny to see. And the next time that we see these characters, they are walking down the hallway in the school because Nukamitsu has just got Anna out of a sticky situation with the guy's new girlfriend, and he's basically told her that she's needed somewhere else, and they're walking down the hallway in the school. And this is where a little later on in the anime they agree to meet up a little bit later on and have lunch together, and it turns out that this is the way that Anna starts paying Nukamitsu back for the fries and the drink that he got her previously. Really do like the introduction to the anime. I really like how the anime opens up on that note. Now, the very first character I want to talk about today is, of course, the main female character, Anna. Straight off the bat, this character is freaking hilarious. She had me laughing hysterically throughout this anime with how she can be so clumsy, ditzy, and she was just such a blast to see. But not only that, the character is very sweet, very gentle, very genuine, and I felt a genuine connection between her and Nukamitsu in the anime. It was brilliant to see these two interacting with each other on such a great deep level. One of my favourite scenes in the first episode with this character is where it's her and Nukamitsu and they're standing on the balcony above the school, and Nukamitsu is having a little bit of a thought to himself, thinking what would it be like if he got himself into a relationship, what if he was the main character in a love story. And it's just, that scene has got some beautiful animation there, and it's one of my favourite scenes just in the anime in general, let alone the first episode. So from here on out, the animation can only get so much better. But yeah, I really do like Anna, and I think she was a great female character, and she was a great female lead in this one. Another character that is in this anime goes by the name of Lemon. Lemon is Anna's friend, and the two of them seem to get on quite well with each other. I think this character is one of the most funnier characters in the anime, especially a little later on in the anime. Her and Nukamitsu get locked up in the storage shed at school, and it leads to a very uncomfortable, very hilarious situation which the two find themselves messed up in. It's really quite funny to see. Not only that, this character is an athletic character. She's very sporty, she likes running and she likes racing, and she's such a great character, and it's just one aspect of the character I really liked about her. She seems to have a crush on a character called Mitsuri, and they seem to get along quite well, even though these two are childhood friends, but they do have a unique friendship. But secretly she does have some kind of feelings towards this character, but unfortunately he's already in a relationship with somebody else, much to her discontent and much to her heartbreak. I found the character to be one of the most interesting characters in the anime. She has some great character development later on in the anime as well, and all around she was just a really fun character. And now it's time for me to talk about my favourite female character in the anime, and that is a very sweet and very gentle-natured Kamari. I freaking adore this character. She is so lovely, so caring, so gentle, but she's very shy, very introverted, and keeps herself to herself most of the time. When we first see her in the anime, she's talking to Nukamitsu through a window that is in the school, and she ends up getting overly excited and she starts coughing and choking. She's trying to inform Nukamitsu that he's in fact a member of a literacy club and he didn't know anything about it. I thought that was such a sweet moment for her, because we see just her personality really shining through there. A few of my favourite moments with the character happens in the first episode, and it's where she and the president are having a little interaction, and she's just telling the president that she's just done a book report, and he's so proud of her, he's really happy with her, and he starts giving her head pats, and she just loves her head pats, and it's just an adorable moment for this character. Absolutely adored that. And one of the other moments that I really do like with this character is a little bit later on. I think it's like the third episode, and it's where she's talking to the president there again. They're having an interaction, and she is basically telling the president how she feels. She's laying her heart out on the line, and to see this character going through this, it's such a breath of fresh air for her, because she is trying to make herself not introverted, not shy, and she's trying to make herself a better person. I freaking adore Kamari throughout this anime. She's just such a blast, such a sweet and such a gentle, caring person. And the last character that I want to talk about is our main male character, Nukamitsu. This character, I really like him a lot. He's the one who acts as kind of like the emotional support being for the female characters as they're going through the trials and the tribulations, and the romances are falling apart at the seams. But I really like him because he's so funny, especially with his hobbies and interests. He likes to read his books, and he's always got his book nose in some sort of a book, and it's like quite hilarious on some of the things he likes to read, and it had me laughing at some of the things he's reading. And I also really like the relationship that he has with his younger sister. I think that their relationship is very sweet, very dynamic, very gentle, caring, and they have a unique brother and sisterly bond, which I really appreciated the anime for that. Really like them as characters together. The younger sister seems to be always very supportive towards her brother, and she's always trying to help him in some way or other. All in all, I really do like Nukamitsu. He was a great male character for this one. There was, of course, a couple of other characters in the anime that I just want to go over really briefly. The first one was a school nurse in the anime. I thought she was hilarious to see, and quite interesting, quite an engaging character. Some of the things that she would say in the anime would go over the students' heads, but we, the audience, got it, and we found ourselves laughing hysterically at the character. She was just a joy for the anime. And the second one I really want to go over is the vice president of the literacy club. I thought she was an interesting character, and I do like how her story ended, and she ended up getting with the president of the literacy club, much to Komari's dismay and heartbreak. I felt so sorry for Komari there, but I just really liked the way that she ended up with the president, and I just found her character to be funny. She made me laugh quite a few times in the anime as well. Really liked her character. Now, the story of Makiine is very entertaining, very interesting, and very engaging in certain points, with some great characters and a great storyline, and so much more in the anime. And it's got some pretty hilarious scenes in the anime as well. Two of the most hilarious scenes for me, at least in my opinion, is, of course, at the very start of the anime, where Nukamitsu and Lemon are stuck in the storage shed, and it leads to a very funny interaction between these two characters, as Lemon is suffering with heat stroke. And later on, she claims that she can't remember that, but I found that a little bit hard to believe, but it was so funny to see. And the second hilarious scene, at least for me, was where it was a president and Komari, and they're at the beach, and they're having a little conversation one-to-one, and it ends with the president getting something literally thrown at his head. I was laughing hysterically just at that moment alone. Now, those are only two examples that I can use here. There are plenty more hilarious scenes in the anime, especially when it comes to Anna as a character. She is so funny, and Lemon, she does have a few more funny moments in the anime as well, but there's just so much more comedic situations in this one. But of course, with the hilarious scenes in the anime, there is also some great dramatic moments in the anime. There is a plethora of dramatic moments in this anime, and two of them that really stood out to me is the first one when we see Anna on the balcony, and she's literally crying her eyes out because she's coming to terms with the seriousness of her situation, and she's coming to terms that she realises that she's been dumped by the friend that she had a crush on, and he's going to go and get this other girl. And I was really heartbroken for Anna at this point. I teared up. I just felt so bad for the character. But for me, the biggest and most impactful dramatic moment in this anime deals with a little later on in the anime towards the end, and it's when Komari and Nukamitsu are sitting on the stairs. They've had a big argument in the anime, and she is now talking to him, and she feels like that people are going to abandon her, and she just doesn't want to be left behind. And it just really was an eye-opener, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so sad and so heartbreaking. Such a deep moment for the character, but it leads to some great development for the character. And this is, for me, is where Komari became my favourite character in the anime. I really liked her from the start, but this is where she truly shone as she dealt with a dramatic situation, as she turned it around and made herself a stronger character in that part. Time to take a look at the technical and sound design of this anime. First of all, the animation here is gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's serene, and the way that the characters move is crisp, clear, and so evident that a lot of effort and a lot of time has been put into the production of this anime. I've heard somewhere that this is one of the highest produced animes of 2024, and it shows. It is like you're watching a film. Wow, and it is just beautifully animated, and I really enjoyed the animation. It was great, and the sound design again was absolutely entertaining, interesting, and engaging. I really liked some of the songs that play throughout the anime, especially the ending themes to the characters, and some of the other songs that play throughout the anime as that's accompanying the scenes is really great as well. Really did a fantastic job with the sound design. And last but not least, I want to talk about is the dub for the anime. This dub is amazing. It's fantastic with some great performances from the voice actors and the actresses. They all did the roles perfectly. They all was amazing. They did stellar performances as these characters. And there we have it, my friends. That was my anime review of Makaine To Many Losing Heroines. It's got a great story, great unforgettable and memorable characters, beautifully animated, a great soundtrack, and the voice cast all these stellar performances as these characters. And to answer the two questions that I proposed at the start of this review, is this my favourite anime of 2024 being the first one? And the answer to that is a big fat definite yes. I really enjoyed this anime to death. And the second question I proposed at the start of this anime review is it my favourite romance anime that I have seen in 2024? For me, it's tied with the quintessential quintuplets because I do like both of those animes equally. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on this anime. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you enjoy the characters as much as I did? Did you love the animation as much as I did? Or did you find it really boring, dull and drab and you just couldn't get into it? But before I go, my friends, I want you to do me a favour. Head on over to Alice's channel over on Chocolate Is Nice and drop him a sub, because he's helped me with the editing for this video, which I hugely appreciate immensely. It means so much to me. And if you guys like what you see on this channel and you want to see more, or if you're new and you want to see more content, please hit the subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. My name is Lee from the Anime Zone. I will see you guys all in the next video, my friends. Until the video comes, peace.